The story of Jesus cursing the fig tree is one of the more perplexing and symbolic events recorded in the New Testament. Found in both the Gospels of Matthew and Mark, this incident has sparked much debate and interpretation among scholars and believers alike. Let's delve into the deeper meanings and lessons behind this act. Welcome to Prince Osa's Bible Ministries, where we explore the deep and often hidden truths of the Bible. Today, we delve into a topic that has puzzled many believers and scholars alike. Why would someone as perfect as Jesus lay a curse on an innocent fig tree? Jesus and his disciples were traveling from Bethany to Jerusalem. Feeling hungry, Jesus approached a fig tree in the distance, hoping to find some fruit. However, despite its lush foliage, the tree was barren. In response, Jesus cursed the tree, saying, "May no one ever eat fruit from you again." The next day, the disciples noticed that the tree had withered from the roots. The fig tree, often used as a symbol for Israel in the Old Testament, represents the spiritual state of the nation. Despite outward appearances of religiosity and piety, Israel was spiritually barren. Jesus' act of cursing the tree served as a powerful metaphor for God's judgment on those who fail to bear spiritual fruit. The tree had leaves, which typically indicate the presence of fruit. However, it was deceptive, showing promise but delivering nothing. This mirrors the religious leaders of the time, who outwardly appeared righteous but were inwardly corrupt and unfruitful. Jesus used this act to teach his disciples about the importance of genuine faith and the consequences of spiritual hypocrisy. Just as the fig tree was judged for its lack of fruit, so too will individuals and nations be judged for their spiritual barrenness. During Jesus' time, the religious leaders, Pharisees and Sadducees, were often criticized for their hypocrisy. They followed the letter of the law but missed its spirit. They appeared pious and devout but were inwardly corrupt and self-serving. Jesus' cursing of the fig tree was a symbolic act demonstrating God's judgment on this kind of spiritual hypocrisy and barrenness. The concept of bearing fruit is central to Jesus' teachings. In John 15 verses 1 to 8, Jesus describes himself as the true vine and his followers as the branches. He emphasizes that those who remain in him will bear much fruit, while those who do not will be like branches that are thrown away and wither. This fruitfulness is characterized by love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Galatians 5 verses 22 to 23. The story of the fig tree serves as a warning and a call to self-examination for believers. It challenges us to look beyond outward appearances and assess the true state of our spiritual lives. Are we producing the fruits of the Spirit, or are we merely going through the motions of religious practice without genuine faith and transformation? God desires a relationship with us that is authentic and transformative. He expects us to live out our faith in ways that impact our lives and the lives of others positively. Spiritual fruitfulness is not just about personal piety, but also about how we love and serve others, reflecting God's character in our actions. Following the cursing of the fig tree, Jesus taught his disciples about the power of faith and prayer. He emphasized that with faith, they could move mountains and that whatever they ask for in prayer, believing, they would receive. This underscores the importance of faith in the life of a believer. The story challenges believers to examine their own lives. Are we merely displaying the outward signs of faith, or are we truly bearing fruit? Genuine faith should manifest in actions, attitudes, and a life that reflects the teachings of Jesus. Following the cursing of the fig tree, Jesus taught his disciples about the power of faith and prayer. He emphasized that with faith, they could move mountains and that whatever they ask for in prayer, believing, they would receive. This underscores the importance of faith in the life of a believer. Believers are therefore called to live authentically, ensuring that their actions align with their professed beliefs. This means practicing what we preach and striving for consistency between our inner convictions and outward behavior. Regular self-examination is crucial to identify areas where we might be falling into hypocrisy. This involves being honest with ourselves and seeking God's help to align our lives with His will. Building genuine relationships with others requires transparency and honesty. Hypocrisy can create barriers, but authenticity fosters trust and deeper connections. Take time to reflect on your actions and motivations. Are there areas where you are putting on a false front? Seek to address these with honesty and humility. Surround yourself with a community of believers who can hold you accountable and encourage you to live authentically. Ask God to reveal any areas of hypocrisy in your life and to help you grow in sincerity and integrity. The story of Jesus cursing the fig tree is not just about judgment and hypocrisy. It also serves as a profound call to genuine faith. Genuine faith is sincere, authentic, and deeply rooted in trust and belief in God. It goes beyond mere outward expressions of religiosity and is reflected in a life transformed by the teachings of Jesus. It is not about putting on a show for others, but about a true, heartfelt relationship with God. Genuine faith remains steadfast even in the face of trials and challenges. It produces visible results in one's actions, attitudes, and interactions with others. Abraham, known as the father of faith, Abraham demonstrated genuine faith by trusting God's promises even when they seemed impossible. His willingness to sacrifice Isaac, Genesis 22, is a powerful example of his unwavering trust in God. Job, despite immense suffering and loss, Job's faith remained strong. He questioned and struggled, but he never abandoned his trust in God. His story is a testament to the resilience of genuine faith, Job 1-42. Jesus often emphasized the importance of genuine faith in his teachings. In Matthew 17 verse 20, Jesus taught that even faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains. This highlights that the power of faith lies not in its size, but in its authenticity and the object of that faith, God. In Matthew 13 verses 1-23, Jesus used the parable of the sower to illustrate different responses to God's word. The seed that fell on good soil represents those who hear the word, understand it, and produce a fruitful harvest. This parable underscores the importance of a receptive and genuine heart. Trials and challenges often serve to test and refine our faith. In 1 Peter 1 verse 7, it is written, "These trials are only to test your faith, to see whether or not it is strong and pure. It is being tested as fire tests gold and purifies it, and your faith is far more precious to God than mere gold." Genuine faith is proven and strengthened through adversity. The call to genuine faith is a central message of the story of the fig tree. It challenges us to move beyond superficial displays of religiosity and cultivate a deep, authentic relationship with God. Genuine faith is marked by sincerity, consistency, and fruitfulness, and it is tested and refined through life's trials. As we strive to live out this faith, we can experience the transformative power of a true and abiding trust in God.